The Circle and the Green, Reese and Gareth had always laughed at ghost stories. Two lads from North Wales, stubborn and fearless, they wanted more than just a holiday. They wanted an adventure, something wild enough to brag about for the rest of their lives. So they flew across the ocean, deep into the Amazon, where guides refused to tread and maps became blank. The rainforest was a living wall of heat and noise. Insects shrieked, unseen creatures rattled branches, and the smell of damp earth clung to them like a second skin. On the first day, they hacked their way through vines and roots until their arms shook. By evening, they found a small clearing and set camp, the canopy above them weeping with mist. The next day, they pushed deeper. They walked for hours, marking trees with the edge of their machetes. Yet, as the shadows stretched long and night began to crawl over the forest, they stumbled into a clearing that looked disturbingly familiar. Their fire pit from the night before sat in the middle, cold and black. Their packs were waiting untouched. "We must have looped," Gareth muttered, though his voice shook. "Impossible," Reese said. "We've been cutting new paths all day." The second night they laughed nervously, trying to shake it off. But on the third, when the same thing happened again, laughter turned to silence. They began to notice things. The trees seemed to lean closer, their marked trunks vanishing as though the forest healed itself behind them. Birds stopped singing the moment they stepped off the clearing, as if the world were holding its breath. By the fourth night, panic gnawed at them. They shouted into the canopy, hacked at the ground, ran in opposite directions, only to crash into each other again in the same cursed spot. Their compass spun without reason. Their watches ticked, but told no time. Sleep came in jagged fragments, broken by whispers in the dark. And then came the fifth night. Their eyes were bloodshot, lips cracked, skin crawling with mosquito bites. Reese swore he saw figures moving just beyond the firelight, pale, watching. Gareth claimed he heard his mother's voice calling from the trees. Their minds frayed, and the forest tightened around them like a fist. What they did not know was that the forest wasn't cursed. Days earlier, desperate and hungry, they had plucked fruit from a tree with smooth bark and sweet-smelling apples. The manchineel, la manzanilla de la muerte, the little apple of death. To bite its fruit is to swallow fire itself. The poison twists the nerves, floods the blood, and warps the brain with fever dreams. They had never left the first clearing. Their machetes lay by their sides, rusting in the damp. Their bodies curled in the grass, foam at their mouths, eyes wide open but unseeing. The endless cycle, the looping trails, the whispers in the trees, all nothing but poison-racked visions in their final days. By dawn of the sixth morning, the rainforest had already begun to reclaim them. Vines crept over their packs. Ants swarmed their skin. Birds circled overhead. The clearing was silent again, waiting for the next lost souls.